Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about my most anticipated releases for the first half of 2026. I currently have 6 books on my most anticipated releases list. There's probably more that are coming out that I just don't know about. I never really know when new books are coming out by authors. I basically just go what I see off on randomly on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, and what I see in other people's YouTube videos. But I currently have 6 books on this list for the first half of the year that I'm very excited about coming out, so let's go through my list. So the first book on this list is The Wild Card by Stephanie Archer. This is the 5th book in the Vancouver Storm series. I read the majority of the Vancouver Storm series in 2025 and I really enjoyed the series. My favourite one in the series so far is book 2, which is The Fake Out. I really enjoy I love me a good hockey romance, and this series is a very good little hockey romance series. So in the series we have Behind the Net, The Fake Out, The Wingman, Gloves Off, and then obviously the new one that's coming out in 2026, which is The Wild Card. I've read the first 3. I haven't read Gloves Off yet, and that is mainly because I do technically own the book. It's just I don't currently have it in my possession because I wanted to get it, but it didn't come in my works, and I wasn't paying the price on Amazon for it. But they ended up getting it in M's works, and I was meant to see her in November, but stuff happened, so I wasn't able to. So I haven't been able to get it off her yet, but I am seeing her at the end of January. So there will be a vlog of me with M and also Alice, who I'm meeting for the first time, which is going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, no, so I haven't had my copy of Gloves Off yet, so I am waiting to get that before I read it. But I'm still really excited for book 5 in the series, just because I've genuinely really enjoyed this series. It's a very good little hockey romance series, and I've honestly really enjoyed it. Okay, up next on the... Oh, and I don't know if I mentioned it, but The Wild Card comes out on February 3rd. I probably did mention it, but, you know, I've got the memory of a sieve. A memory of a sieve? Memory like a sieve. See, words, English language, I've spoken it my whole life, but I still suck at it. Okay, so up next on this list, we have one that I cannot wait to read. We have In Her Own League by Liz Tom Ford, and this comes out on the 3rd of March. This is the novella that is coming out for the Windy City series. Now, you guys know my love for the Windy City series. It's one of my god tier series. And the little novella follows 2 characters who you meet in book 3 and 4 of the series. And I can just not wait to read these books just because... I can't wait to read this book just because I absolutely love Windy City. It has such a special place in my heart, and it's just such a good series, and I'm really looking forward to reading this little novella about this character, because the characters are really just side characters in books 3 and 4, but they make an impact in those books that they're in. Then book number 3 on this list is Love Song by Elle Kennedy. This one comes out on March 17th. This book I am so excited for. You guys know I absolutely adore the off-campus Campus Diaries and Briar U series. I love the whole off-campus universe. It's one of my favourite romance series that I've ever read, and I genuinely absolutely just adore all of those books. And Love Song is following a couple of characters who you meet in the Campus Diaries series. It follows Blake Logan and Wyatt Graham, who are the kids of Garrett Graham, who is obviously the main guy in The Deal, and then John Logan, who is the main guy in The Mistake. And it's a romance between their 2 kids, and I think it's going to be so fun and so interesting, because obviously if you read the off-campus series, you get to follow Gigi's love story, who is Wyatt's sister, and then you get introduced to Blake in that book as well, and she shows up in a couple of the other books as well. But yeah, no, I'm very excited to read Love Song. It sounds really interesting, and I can't wait to see the dynamics between them. I also know it's a little bit of an age gap romance. It's not much of an age gap because I don't think she's that much younger than Wyatt is, but it's still a slight age gap. But I'm just still very excited because I love Elle Kennedy. I love her writing. I've only ever read one book by Elle Kennedy that isn't part of the Off Campus series, and that was Body Check, which I wasn't the biggest fan of, but anything to do with the off-campus universe, I'm obsessed with. Okay, so up next, number 4 on this list that I'm really excited about is an author that's relatively new to me, who I got introduced to this year because Em got me one of her books for Christmas in 2024, and that book is Take a Hike by Maggie Grant. I read The Reno by Maggie Grant in 2025. I read it, as I'm filming this, I read it like a month ago and I absolutely adored it. It's not called The Reno anymore. It's now, it was called The Reno when it was indie published. It's now been trad published, and it's now called Fix Them Up, I think. But the sequel to that book is coming out, which is called Take a Hike, and it comes out on the 4th of April. And the way I am so goddamn excited about this book, I devoured The Reno so quickly. I absolutely adored it because I related to the main character, Kat, in that book with every fibre of my being. Like, it was basically kind of like reading about myself just because of how much I was very similar to that character and how much I related to her. And it also helped that she was a curvy ginger girly with curly hair. So, you know, not that my hair is very curly right now, I've straightened it because I was feeling, you know, let's be pretty for a change. But yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to Take a Hike. It follows 2 characters who you meet in book 1. It follows Kat's cousin and Liam's brother. And Kat and Liam are the main characters in I need to start calling it Fix Them Up. I kind of prefer The Reno, but you know, I have to go with what the author decides to do. But yeah, no, Take a Hike follows those 2, and they used to date a few years ago, but then they broke up. Or I don't know if they dated or if they were like just best friends, but they had like a very close relationship. But then they grew really distant and they don't really like each other as much anymore. And when Liam's brother comes into the book, there's obviously a bit of tension between Kat's cousin and Liam's brother. So it's quite a like I guess it's kind of a bit of a dislike to lovers kind of situation. I don't want to say enemies to lovers because it's very hard to truly do enemies to lovers in a romance book. It's mainly in fantasy books that it's enemies to lovers. But yeah, no, it's more like a dislike to lovers, and I'm very excited about it. Then number 5 on this list is one that is by an auto-buy author for me, and that is Fever Dream by Elsie Silver. You guys know my love for Elsie Silver. I'm obsessed with the Chestnut Springs series. I'm obsessed with the Gold Rush Ranch series. I'm obsessed with Rose Hill series. I just am obsessed with all of her books. I think I've read 9 Elsie Silver books in 2025 just because I wanted to read all of her books. I finished the Rose Hill series. I read the entirety of the Gold Rush Ranch series, even though, okay, you guys will have seen if you watched my 2026 bookish reset video, you'll see that I kept calling it the Rebel Blue Ranch series. And I was so mad at myself, but I'd already filmed all those clips for that bit of the video. So I didn't want to have to go back and refilm them. So I just edited and added some comments about myself, calling myself an idiot. But I won't lie, I'm very embarrassed that I kept calling it the wrong name for like 4 different times in that goddamn video. But anyway, that is beside the point. I love Elsie Silver's writing. She's an auto-buy author for me. I love her stories. The Chestnut Springs series is my favourite by her. I think my order, if it goes Chestnut Springs, Gold Rush Ranch, and then I do still really enjoy the Rose Hill series, but it didn't get a 5-star from me at all in that series like the other series did. Like with Chestnut Springs, I think at least half of them got 5 stars from me. Same, and then with Gold Rush Ranch, I did only give 1 5-star at the time, but when I look back at it, I probably would give the last book a 5-star as well, just because I really enjoyed it. And then with the Rose Hill series, I still really enjoyed it. They all still got really high ratings from me. None of them got below a 4-star. It's just none of them gave me that 5-star feeling, sadly. But I'm very much excited for Fever Dream by Elsie Silver, because this book follows Theo Silver's younger sister and his rival. And I am so goddamn excited for this because it sounds incredible. Will have to say I'm not the biggest fan of the cover for this one. It just doesn't speak to me. It just doesn't. I just don't find it as cute as the other covers that she's done. But I'm still not going to complain because I'm still going to buy the book because I love Elsie Silver. But yeah, no. This one is a rivals. No, it's a brother's rival romance, I guess you would say. But no, it sounds very, very interesting. I'm very excited for it and I can't wait for it to come out. So it comes out on the 19th of May and you know I will be pre-ordering that book just because Elsie Silver is incredible and her books are just top notch. And then the last one is kind of within the same vein as the one before that. It's another cowboy romance. We have One Last Rodeo by Emma Lucy, which comes out on the 2nd of July. And this is the 3rd book in the Willow Ridge series. I read the first 2 books in the Willow Ridge series this year and I really, really enjoyed them. It's Live, Ranch, Love and Riding the Line. Both of them got 4 stars from me. They're very good books. I really enjoy Emma Lucy's writing. It's very easy to read and I just really enjoy the characters. So I'm very excited for book 3 in the series. I'm not too sure who this one follows. I need to actually properly look into that, but I'm so excited about this. I really do enjoy Emma Lucy's writing. I've commented on loads of her posts on Instagram and she is genuinely such a sweet author. She's replied to a few of my comments and stuff like that. But honestly, the Willow Ridge series is such a cute little fun cowboy romance series. Book 1 follows, I think it's Aurora and Wyatt, and then book 2 follows Duke and Cherry, and book 2 is a brother's best friend romance, and so good. I'm so excited. I genuinely really loved book 2 and I'm really excited for book 3 in this series just because I genuinely really enjoy Emma Lucy's writing. And I don't know if this series is just going to be a trilogy or if it's going to be more. But I'm still excited for the next book and I'm still going to continue to support Emma Lucy just because I genuinely really enjoy her writing. But yeah, no, those are the 6 books that I am really, really excited about for the first half of 2026. You best believe I'm pre-ordering all of these. I may not pre-order The Wild Card by Stephanie Archer just because I tend to buy that one from the works. But I will probably pre-order the rest of them because the rest of them don't really tend to get put in the works apart from maybe In Her Own League and Fever Dream might. So I will have to wait and see if I can hold myself back from pre-ordering them and waiting to see if they get in the works. Who knows, they might do, but I know definitely that Take a Hike, One Last Rodeo, and probably Love Song won't most likely get put in the works. So I'll probably pre-order those ones. And then the rest of them, we'll just have to see. But yeah, no, these are all my ones I'm very excited for the first half of this year. I know there's probably going to be more books that are coming out. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that a new Chloe Welsh book is coming out because I want more Boys of Tommen. And I have a feeling we're probably going to get at least one Boys of Tommen book in 2026. And I really hope we do. But there's been no proper announcement yet. From the looks of it, we may be getting the new book by Sarah J Maas in the ACOTAR series because a while ago she updated on her Instagram that she'd finished the draft, her first draft or she'd submitted her book for ACOTAR book 6 to her publisher. So hopefully we're getting a new book in the ACOTAR series and I think we might be getting it in 2026 just because with the way her publishing schedule is, she seems to publish a book every 2 years and the last book she published was the 3rd book in the Crescent City series in 2024. So according to her timeline, I think she might, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, and I'm also really hoping for the sequel For Whom the Bell Tolls by JC Lynn, but again, nothing's been announced for that yet, so I can't say it's an anticipated release, but hopefully I do get those books next year just because, this year technically, as I'm filming this. Well, it's next year as I'm filming this, but it's this year when you guys have seen the video. I keep getting messed up with that. It's because I'm pre-filming a lot at the minute. But yeah, no, I really hope I get those books, more books like that in 2026. But the ones that I know of so far, I am very, very excited for, and I cannot wait for them to come out. But yeah, no, that is it for today's video. Those are my most anticipated releases for the first half of this year. I'll probably do a most anticipated releases list for the second half of the year. But that is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry this is such a short video, but that's what happens with these kind of sit down videos. But please like, comment and subscribe, and hit that little notification bell below so you know when I upload. I upload every Wednesday at 5 p.m. with a sit down video like this, and every Saturday at 4 p.m. with a reading vlog. That's it for today. I will catch you guys next time.